But since Combs has officially been charged and he's locked up behind bars, there have been a lot of videos that have been surfacing, particularly on Grid in the beginning, but not anymore. It's been rumored that Sean Combs might be a member, but he's not. Tom, first let's start there. When you're interviewing somebody like this, who allegedly just
picking in Will Smith, you told me before that she was at a party before that they attended, and you said it was weird.
It's just a lot of weird shit, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Only a man knows what a man needs.
A fall from grace to grass is what people are starting to call Diddy's story these days, as the rapper, who once sat at the peak of entertainment, is now offering everything for a slice of freedom. At this point, it's no secret that the man wasn't alone in the scores of allegations of inappropriate behavior against him. What is still a surprise, though, is how several celebrities are also caught up in that web, including Will Smith, who might now be on the run.
Property. You have to take what he says with a grain of salt, I imagine, but you don't want to just ignore everything he's saying, right?
Why would such a successful actor be on the run? Was he involved in the claims against Diddy? In the days since Diddy's arrest, the world has learned that several of our biggest stars may not entirely be who they've always claimed to be. Whether it's the on-screen tough guy or the actor who portrays himself as the perfect playboy, these people are whole new beings at the mention of a Diddy party, at least according to those who were there.
Put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more.
How does Will Smith play into this? Like Diddy, Will Smith's name has also been surrounded by several allegations, right from claims of him being secretly gay and having full-blown affairs with other male celebrities, to him being inappropriate with male stars barely of age. These allegations are the exact kinds of things authorities allege Diddy provided at his infamous parties. And considering the rapper recorded everything, it checks out that Will Smith might be in danger. Does this mean Will was really in on Diddy's questionable actions? Will seems to have been much deeper than just being aware of it. It would appear that even outside of Diddy's parties, and God knows what else they may have been involved in together, Will Smith's bad behavior, or should we say secret life, still takes the driver's seat, and there are receipts.
Proof, you know.
What kind of proof?
The kind that I don't need to ask nobody else about.
A secret camera or something? Oh, and now hold on now.
Apart from several major players in the entertainment industry hinting that Will has always been on the DL, there have been a few of them who have flat out called him gay. There was the actress who revealed Will took her husband, and then there was the former best friend who allegedly saw the said husband and Will going at it, and at every point, there were witnesses.
All right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up.
Just like Diddy, the accusations that have come out against Will Smith are just as conflicting. And while not having a wife might have made Diddy's case seem more suspicious, having a wife for Will seems to have simply been a front for Will. Sure, he defended her in front of millions of people at the Academy Awards and got banned for it, but do you know who was one of the first people on stage to defuse the situation? The same man is currently in custody for hosting no-holds-barred parties.
And Chris, we're gonna solve that like family at the gold party, okay? But right now we're moving on with love.
If that doesn't sell their shady involvement to you, sit tight, cause there's a long list of events that will. Let's dive in. In the wake of the recent updates on Diddy's case, several celebrities have reportedly started packing a bag or two, and all indications seem to point to Will Smith being the first one on that list. But this isn't where the story starts. According to the federal government, Diddy has been a bad boy. Following a 6-month investigation that included raids on his homes in Miami and Los Angeles, the music mogul was indicted for ST, racketeering conspiracy, and transportation to engage in P on Sept, 17. He faces the possibility of life in prison. A large part of the shocking 14-page indictment revolves around Puff's marathons that he supposedly dubbed freak-offs, which Diddy allegedly recorded for personal use and collateral against victims and participants. Word of the recordings has fueled wild speculation online, leading people to wonder what other celebrities could be in the incriminating footage, and that hasn't been too hard to figure out, considering Diddy has a history of being vocal about his favorite celebrities. Again, do you know what name allegedly sits at the top of that list? Mr. Will Smith. But what exactly is on these freak-off tapes that could scare Will into hiding? Well, let's just say even when partying, Diddy is probably always the most dangerous guy in the room. During a Sept 17 press conference to announce Diddy's indictment, Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, shared various details about the alleged freak-offs and recordings. Diddy electronically recorded the freak-offs, Williams told the assembled press. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial S-workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-off as collateral against the victims, Williams added. He also noted electronic devices that contained images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims were seized during the raids on Diddy's homes back in March. The feds now have possession of Diddy's alleged cache of recordings and have surely scoured the tapes to identify victims and those involved. Rumors of Diddy holding on to incriminating evidence of his alleged Wild S parties have been running rampant since producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones filed a lawsuit against Diddy back in February. In his complaint, Jones noted Diddy had hidden cameras in every room of his home. Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs has recordings of several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activity at Mr. Combs' functions. Upon information and belief, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. 50 Cent added gasoline to the flames by saying he was willing to pay good money to get his hands on the tapes to find out who else was involved. Since Diddy's arrest last week, interest in these tapes has been at a fever pitch. Diddy accidentally did the world a great service by recording secret tapes of the most evil people on earth. A viral tweet shared by an ex-user on Sept 20 reads, "Word on the street is that Will Smith might have the most appearances on those tapes. Shocking as it may seem, anyone who's been following the stories about Will Smith may not be too surprised by this update because Will has allegedly always been a freak, something several celebrities, especially 50 Cent, have been singing for years." See, Will Smith and 50 Cent have been friends for decades, but all that got called into question when 50 Cent spoke about Will Smith's marriage to Jada Pinkett. Seeing as the two superstars are both key figures in the entertainment industry, they have brushed shoulders on various occasions, including exclusive parties and award ceremonies, and possibly even worked together. It seems it might have been at these events that 50 was able to gather enough information about who Will is when the rest of the world can't see him. Before Men in Black, Will Smith was best known for being the first rapper to win a Grammy Award in 1989 for the hit record Parents Just Don't Understand. So early on, Smith was a public figure in rap that rappers like 50 Cent, who were coming up in the 90s and 2000s, could relate to. 2003 was 50 Cent's biggest year with the release of his hit song In Da Club, and it was also the year fans got one of the first photos of Smith and 50 Cent together at the MTV Music Awards. See, while it makes sense that these events might have been the perfect opportunity for the G-Unit exec to get insight about Will, the actor himself has left a pretty obvious trail for 50 to follow, and they all happen to be erringly similar to Diddy's pillaging history in the industry. Let's take a step back for a bit. If you've been following Will Smith at all, you'd know he started out as a rapper and was even getting some level of commercial success in his music making. But it seems it took more than just his musical fame to become a film sensation in his first big role as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And that's what brings us to Benny Medina. Benny Medina wasn't just the executive producer of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The show was pretty much based on his life with one or two additions, just to tell you how much power he had over the show. According to reports, he seems to have chosen Will Smith for that role, allegedly because he and the actor had allegedly gotten down, if you know what I mean. These reports didn't just spring up from a random rumor, though. Oh no. They actually came from the person who appears to have originally had the role, a rapper from the 90s called McShan.
They were trying to mold me and shape me for that part of the Fresh Prince, but they were also shape me for some other.
I was up for that Fresh Prince role, and Benny Medina was my record company head, and I was up for that Fresh Prince role, but how I FD that up was, I told Benny Medina, "You are a effing F," Sean said in an interview cited by news outlets. Per the reports, the 58-year-old New York rapper claimed he was picked for the Fresh Prince role, but didn't get the part as he rejected producer Benny Medina's advances. Besides the revelation Sean made about his former boss, there's someone else who has also called Will and his wife out about Will's possible involvement with Medina, among other accusations. According to Alexis Arquette, Will and Jada Pinkett Smith aren't allegedly only gay, but Arquette seems to believe the concussion actor paid off his first wife after she walked in on him with another man.
Arquette claims the reason Smith and his first wife Cherie Zampino split was because he was having an affair with Hollywood manager Benny Medina. She then goes on to say that Cherie was paid off.
When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him, servicing his sugar daddy Benny Medina, then I will listen to them, Arquette wrote in a since-deleted Facebook post, according to the Daily Mail. She later clarified in the comments section, she being his first wife, paid off, silent. Notice how all of these details go hand with what people have spent years trying to tell the world about Diddy? Just like those in Will's case, there is so much more about the man that landed him his big break. The Fresh Prince was among the most popular shows in the 1990s and remains one of television's most iconic sitcoms, having run from 1990 to 1996 on NBC. While the show did do amazing ratings and even catapulted Will Smith to the top 1% of the film industry, Sean and Arquette are claiming that it came at an unthinkable cost. A cost that was allegedly paid to Benny Medina.
Because I think he has a real unique ability in terms of acting. I think he's got a real appeal on the screen, and mostly because of some of the things he had done originally.
However, Will isn't the only person who seems to have had to pay a price to stay at the top, because Medina was also caught up in yet another controversy involving another character on the set of the show, which further cements the stories about him. Per the news, Medina, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air producer and music manager, has once been accused of attempted A by actor Jason Dotley. Anyway, this wasn't the first, or only Will's name was caught up in a rather questionable situation.
Smith is bisexual and that they do this, and that.
While they've played several roles over the years, the world has gotten to witness a brotherhood grow between Dwayne Martin and Will Smith. We all thought it was just a brotherhood at least, but it turns out there might have been a lot more to their relationship we didn't realize. Well, to be honest, some people already figured that there was something more between them because of the chemistry they always brought to the red carpet. The rest of us just couldn't put it together, until now at least. One of the people who seems to have known about the fishiness between both stars wrote, "Do y'all not know about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin? Because I thought that was common knowledge." It all started when Dwayne's ex-wife, Trisha Paytas, took to Instagram to drop a bomb about her husband that literally took everyone's breath. Telling her truth via a now-deleted Instagram post, Trisha stated that she believed the truth always comes out in the end, regardless of how many lies are told to cover it up. To this, one of the actress's fans replied, saying, "Thank you, even though they lie in the end." Tisha then responded saying, "And you're right, they will lie till the end. The real kiki is, people will stop believing them." Doesn't seem like much on the surface, but if you look closer, you'd notice that the star had Will in all caps. Well, to many people on the internet, this implied that she was throwing jabs at Will and Jade because of what these people seem to believe is her exposing her ex-husband and Will's secret affair. The very same thing that's gotten us all here today. Is there more to this story? You bet! Paytas sure had more to say about Will. The YouTuber also accused Will Smith of manipulating her male dancers. While Will allegedly being gay is nothing new, as before the late actress Alexis Arquette passed away in 2016, she claimed that Will Smith's ex-wife, Cherie Zampino, divorced him because she caught Will in bed with another man. According to Daily Mail, Arquette wrote in a since-deleted Facebook post, "When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him, servicing his sugar daddy Benny Medina, then I will listen to them." Usually, when speculations of two self-acclaimed straight people having a relationship come up, the easiest way to put the speculations to rest is to pull out their S orientation card. But in this case, both stars have repeatedly given the world reason to doubt if they're only into women or even at all. In Will's case, it all began with the release of the famous comedy drama movie called 6 Degrees of Separation, where the actor played the role of a captivating con artist. But the public's interest was piqued when they found out that a kissing scene between Will and his co-star, Anthony Michael Hall, was unexpectedly taken out of the film. This led to many speculations. Some wondered if Will intentionally avoided the kiss to avoid questions about his own SS. These rumors continue to circulate, and the truth remains unknown. Nonetheless, during this early rise of gay rumors, both Dwayne and Will adamantly denied the claims, and at the time, they were both married, quickly leading the rumors to die down. Around this time, in 1992, Smith married Cherie Zampino, though divorced the actress in 1995, only to marry Jada Pinkett 2 years later. Dwayne, on the other hand, dated Martin actress Tisha Campbell, and in 1996 they tied the knot. However, this wouldn't be the end of all the bromance rumors. In 2013, the hot topic concerning Will's S flared up yet again, this time because of an elusive answer provided by Jada during a candid interview with a well-known tabloid publication. During this time, rumors swirled that suggested trouble in paradise for the married couple, Pinkett and Smith, who many would agree were already on the verge of divorce. However, as everyone who followed the couple's history closely might know, they survived this troubling time in their relationship, only to end up sparking divorce rumors again 9 years later. Anyway, during the interview, Jada responded to a tough question with a slightly vague answer in response to inquiring whether or not Will might be into men. She stated that she continuously encourages Will to be himself, saying that as long as he can look in the mirror and be happy with who he is, he should feel free to be just that, though insisted that she acts as his partner and that he should decide for himself. Although Jada seemed to try her best to avoid answering the question, insisting that Will answer it in person, people took her response as an elusive indication that Smith might be gay, which sparked widespread discussion. During the same interview, Jada also answered elusively to a question concerning both partners' fidelity in the relationship, and although she never confirmed nor denied it, adoring fans of the couple would later learn the truth. In recent interviews, Jada, of course, admitted to her entanglement with singer August Alsina.
I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
In any case, this is not the only time that Jada's remarks raise questions about the authenticity of her marriage with Will. There's a resurfaced 2018 clip in which Jada is sitting with Will, her mother Gammy, and her daughter Willow Smith. She clearly reveals she never wanted to get married in the first place. When revealing her frustration about getting married, Jada saw her mother in shock because she didn't expect to hear that from her. This is what Pinkett Smith said. I was under so much pressure, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant and I just didn't know what to do. I never wanted to be married. I really didn't want to get married. We only got married because Gammy was crying. Still, all of this doesn't even scratch the surface of the amount of damning claims about Will that trail back to Dwayne, especially by people who have previously spoken on the subject, one of which is Bother Bilal.
That I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
Bilal went on Unwind with Tasha K on YouTube to recount a story of when he allegedly walked in on Will Smith having an S encounter with fellow actor and longtime friend Dwayne Martin. I opened the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne having an S with Will, Smith's former assistant said to Tasha K. She took a moment to digest the information before Bilal continued in more detail.
I opened the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and Will.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, K-ing him. It was M in there. As mentioned earlier, the claims by the man, while seen as a shock by many, were general information to some. One user wrote, "People in the know in LA been talking about this for decades. It's a known secret. Many more stories will eventually come out about other very famous actors. But how would Bilal even know this much about them? Well, that's another surprising part. Brother Bilal used to share a close bond with Will Smith and even worked as his assistant for years, giving him insight into Smith's personal life that few others can match. In the sit-down with Tasha K, he mentioned that during the latter years of their relationship, Will was not his friend, although Bilal extended the olive branch the other way. The show appearance involved Bilal promoting his new book, Will Smith's Demonic Circle. In the same episode with Tasha K, Bilal opened up about Smith's S encounters and why Jada Pinkett Smith was not pleased with him. He not so subtly claimed that the actor was not able to please Jada, as he suggested that the Matrix actress was used to something of the size of a baby's leg, and Will came with a pinky toe. Tasha K asked Bilal, "You saw her say that Will Smith had a small D?"
I saw her say that Will Smith had a...
I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can...
Tasha K said in response that if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you're gonna do to please her. If she's itching for that baby leg, she wants that baby leg. Well, let's just say Bilal definitely struck a chord in Will, as the actor reacted to his claims almost immediately after it went viral. A rep for the actor spoke out after his alleged former assistant claimed that he once walked in on Smith and Martin in a compromising position. This story is completely fabricated and the claim is unequivocally false, the spokesperson told TMZ. A source close to the situation also revealed to the outlet that Will is considering taking legal action following Bilal's remarks. However, Bilal has staunchly maintained his position. In a follow-up statement, Brother Bilal doubled down on his initial claims. Brother Bilal, the former assistant and friend of Will Smith, has doubled down on his explosive claims involving megastars Will Smith and Dwayne Martin. In an exclusive interview with gossip blogger Tasha K, Brother Bilal opened up about the alleged scandal that has taken the entertainment industry by storm. He'd previously asserted in November that Will Smith and Dwayne Martin had S. The reason Will and Jada responded is they know it's true, Brother Bilal said on the platform with Tasha K. They responded in less than 9 hours. He knows what I saw in that dressing room. Jada, listen, in 2 weeks, if you don't sue me in 2 weeks, if Tasha K will have me, I'm back here and I'm dropping evidence. While it may not be entirely clear how all of this ties back to Diddy, is that the only place Will may have been allowed to indulge his tendencies, considering people have already been onto him, is at a place like a Diddy party. Think about it. The mogul soirees are said to be as exclusive as it gets. And even though there have been speculations and insider accounts of the things that take place at these parties, no videos have actually come out. So tell us, what do you think are the chances of the authorities finding Will in Diddy's freak-off tapes?